Kendrick Lamar has become the most decorated rapper in hip-hop history. What up, words? Boy Challz Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. I know you're going to be like, Challz, a simple Google search proves you wrong within seconds. If you search on Google, it tells you immediately that Nicki Minaj is the most awarded rapper in the history of hip-hop. But that's not what we're talking about. I said the most decorated. When I'm discussing this topic, I've been noticing that we've been doing a lot of focusing on the bubble bath rapper and not the actual accolades of the guy who actually won the battle. I want to talk about Kendrick in this particular episode because this guy is doing something that we've never seen. And I know that there are other rappers who have gotten many awards. Like I said, Nicki Minaj is credited as having the most awards, but she don't got a Pulitzer Prize, gang. She ain't got a Grammy. A lot of these guys don't have the awards that Kendrick got. This guy is decorated. I want to talk about it. If you go and search awards, right? And I know awards have nothing to do with hip-hop. I know we're supposed to hate awards, this, that, and the third. But awards are a part of the package. If you're out here doing enough work to impress your peers are going to vote and give you awards for what you're doing. The hardest thing to do is impress a person that does the exact same thing as you. Someone that raps just like you to say, oh yeah, that man got that this year. That's an accolade. Right? And some of these awards are panel based, like the Grammys. Those are given out allegedly by other musicians and people who are chosen to be a part of the voting process. Okay. And a lot of these things, some of these awards are voted by fans and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, there are only a few rappers that receive hundreds of awards. And at this point, in my opinion, Kendrick has surpassed them all. I want to discuss this because what we're seeing now is a man that is able to elevate on the underground. You got underground people appreciating and respecting what K-Dot does. You got mid-level people, you got casuals, and you got upper crust, high-level people who gave this man a Pulitzer Prize. Then they don't give nobody Pulitzer Prize that ain't a jazz musician or playing in a symphony, gang. So this guy's the only rapper to do that. So what I'm saying to you is, it dawned on me. I'm like, yo, let's have a discussion because this guy is doing something unprecedented. Good Kid, Mad City right here. And what we're seeing is this young black man doing things that are predominantly not something that is ever seen or done in this capacity, especially by this genre of music. So I want to talk about this. We talk enough about the bubble bath rapper. Let's talk about the dude that's really putting in the real work and holding his culture on his back, single-handedly bringing back the West Coast sound, single-handedly putting lyrics back on the forefront. We're talking about, we're using the term lyrical miracle again because people actually have to actually say something now. And that's because this guy, let's just be honest. A few years ago, we wasn't getting nothing but mumbo jumbo. A lot of dudes just mumbling through their lyrics, catching the vibe, and doing anything but rapping, okay? So now we got this man to think, and I want to discuss it. When I went and looked up I said, let me start here. Let me see what's going on with the actual rappers that have gotten awards. And like I said, it does come up first. Nicki Minaj has the most awards. She's awarded the most basic awards. That's the first thing that comes up. Yes, Nicki Minaj is widely recognized as the most awarded rapper of all times. She has amassed over 400 awards, gang, including multiple BET Awards and MTV Music Video Awards. Some sources list her as her award total count as high as 445. And I'm not going to disrespect Nicki Minaj in any kind of way. But what I'm saying is this: if you keep getting the same awards from the same outlets, right? And they just keep giving you 10 and 15. I don't know if that's counting as much as a guy that goes out and gets Grammys and Pulitzer Prizes. So what I'm going to do right here, and no disrespect to Nicki, but what I'm going to say is some of them awards are duplicates and triplicates of the same thing. We're getting to a point where some of them awards might be Nickelodeon awards or something, gang. I don't know what they are. I have no idea. But as I know for a fact, Kendrick awards, they're a little more significant. 22 Grammys is a lot than 0 Grammys. I'm just going to be honest. Now, the other person that comes up when I know you're going to say, fuck the Grammys, da-da-da, but we're not talking about all that shit you're talking about. We're talking about awards. We're talking about award season, right? De La Soul, award tour. Tribe Called Quest with De La Soul on the hook, award tour. We're talking about awards right here. And when you peel back the layers, that matters to a degree with this thing. When you're an artist and you're going in the studio, putting in your hard work, spending your time, spending your dime, you're submitting your music to the Grammys and all these other places, it adds up. I got a list of 20 rappers who got awards. Jay-Z is at the top of that list. I'm just going to be honest. But Jay-Z don't have a Pulitzer. Jay-Z don't have, he don't have quite a few of these things. I mean, I went and looked up. And it says Jay-Z, let's just start here. Jay is considered the rapper with the most accolades as well. He holds the record for the most Grammy Awards won by a hip-hop artist with 24. Additionally, he has won numerous other awards, including BET Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and more. I don't think that Jay has the type of status that Kendrick has on these tours where he's doing the things that Kendrick is doing right now as far as the accolades that he's receiving from the fandom. Right? We've seen Jay do tours, but I don't think he's done tours of this level. I'm just going to be honest. And I think that comes with accolades. When you're doing a tour, you're breaking records, you're doing the biggest co-hosted tour of all time, that kind of matters, right? And I know Jay has done big numbers, but I don't know if he's doing this. And some of these awards and these things that K-Dot is getting, no one has done. Let me have this conversation. So when I looked up Kendrick's list of awards, right? On Wikipedia, you can go there yourself. It says, throughout his career, American rapper and songwriter Kendrick Lamar has received several awards, nominations, and cultural honors. All that matters, gang. He was signed to Top Dog Entertainment in 2005. He released his debut album, Section 80, in 2011. At the 2011 BET Hip Hop Awards, the album received the nomination for Best Mixtape. Lamar's second album, Good Kid, Mad City, Classic, 2012, earned him 7 nominations at the 56th Annual Grammy Awards, including for Album of the Year, Best New Artist, and Best Rap Album. His third solo album, To Pimp a Butterfly, was preceded by a Grammy Award for Best Rap Song and Best Rap Performance, winning single and for his work for the album and additional collaborations from that year. Lamar received the most Grammy Award nominations by a rapper in a single night with 11. So he got 11 that night. I watched those Grammys. It was a crazy night. This is back when Ellen DeGeneres was in love with K-Dot. This dude could do no wrong. To Pimp a Butterfly is a full-blown classic. It would never be looked at as anything other than that. Anybody that doesn't believe that album is a classic, you can exit the chat right now. We'll see you on the next video. But To Pimp a Butterfly is a bona fide classic. It is a black classic, and it is a rap classic. Let me continue. At the 58th Annual Grammy Awards, To Pimp a Butterfly was awarded Best Rap Album, while tracks from the album won Best Rap Song. His fourth solo album, Damn, went on to win 5 awards at the 60th Annual Grammy Awards, including Best Rap Album. This guy is cleaning up, gang. Since he mastered his craft, this guy has become a beacon, a force to deal with. It's really a problem. He's putting art back into the music. I say it all the time, and I am, for one, very impressed with what this man has done with this art form, with this microphone, with these lyrics, with these beats. He's surrounded himself with good people, and this is why we have this wonderful catalog that we've been blessed to have. I'm just going to be honest. This guy, salute, take my hat off to this guy. This guy is doing it right. This is what we was expecting in the 80s and 90s, that someone would come along and produce a level of hip hop excellence, and this guy has manifested that. Let me continue. The album became the first musical composition outside of the classical and jazz genres to be awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Music. We're talking about Damn. For his work on the soundtrack album for the superhero film Black Panther, which is my shit. I remember leaving that theater and all the stars was on. It was just a moment, gang. You can never recreate that Black Panther moment. We all were proud. We were all like, yeah, man, I'm proud to be black. Yo, like, we was on some shit. Let's just be honest. They tried to take it from us, but it didn't work. Let me continue. He curated and executive produced the Black Panther soundtrack. He also won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance and was nominated for a Golden Globe and Academy Award for Best Original Song. He won another Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance in 2022 for the single Family Ties with Baby Keem. This dude is cleaning up, gang. I'm just going to be honest. It's like everything he's touching is getting, you know what I'm saying? This is gold at this point. He won 3 Grammy Awards in 2023 for his 5th solo studio album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. At the 67th Annual Grammy Awards, his song Not Like Us went on to win 5 Grammys. So Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I'll say it again, and I'll always say this, to me, this is a classic. I know this is divisive to some people because some of you went in looking for some different things. I went in wanted to hear what this man had to say, and when I heard that he went into a mental health angle, the topics that were groundbreaking, I said this has changed rap forever. They may not know it now, but in the future, as rap progresses and evolves, you're going to have to work on yourself. He's really one of the people. Let's be honest, people have done deep music. I call it pain. I don't call it pain music, but we call it pain music. This, that, and the third. This guy has been delving in pain music. We've been delving in pain music since the 80s, but no one has therapied themselves on wax. No one. People have talked about their issues, No one has had a whole album where they've gone from beginning, middle, and end in a therapy session that came out on the other side saying, I choose me. No one has done that. I believe he's changed rap forever. You're going to have to say something going forward. And in the next 20 years, you will see this Mr. Morale thing progress into rappers starting to be more realer, and that will make the culture itself realer. If we could be more real about what's going on, without this fake facade of all this hierarchy of testosterone and gangsterism, that's cool and that's entertaining, but that's not everything. We are much deeper than that. We have a lot going on, and a lot of times them guys with that tough exterior got some shit going on. They're hiding some shit, right? Chains and tattoos. So what we're going to start seeing with the birth of this Mr. Morale project that some of you love, some of you hate, was one of the biggest tours in history, right? A lot of people wanted to sleep on the album but at some point that tour was one of the highest grossing rap tours in history. But so that means somebody liked that album. But at the end of the day, to me, I feel like that was a seminal point in hip hop. There's going to be when you see the timeline spark and start to go that way, it's going to be smarter, better rap because of that album. That's just my opinion. Let me continue. Lamar's the most awarded artist in BET hip-hop history as well, with 37 wins. And we still got to respect, believe it or not, we still got to respect BET Awards and BET Hip-Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards for what they've done for the culture. I know they just discontinued it and indefinitely canceled it, but we still got to acknowledge what that meant to us as a whole. That used to mean a whole lot more than it does now. I'm just going to be honest. As rap got more and more trash and more formulaic, the awards got more and more trash and more. Yeah, I mean, you can only put up there what you got. You know what I mean? If you selling sheepskins and the sheepskins are old and dusty and they look kind of, you know what I'm saying, janky, then that's the best product you got. You just got to brush that shit off and put it up there. So they put this trash rappers up on the stage, so we got irritated. You know what I'm saying? But at one point, the BET Awards was magnificent, and at one point, the Soul Train Awards were good, right? We look for that stuff to tell us where the culture was going. And Kendrick has the most awards in that film. He also won 11 MTV Video Music Awards, including Video of the Year for Bad Blood with Taylor Swift, which your boy tried to clown him. But, I mean, first of all, he got his own commercialized records, this and that and the third. And it doesn't make you less of an artist or a poet or a rapper just because you go do a song that it features a pop artist. That's not the end all be all. I'm going to say almost every single rapper has a song that is with someone that is of R&B or pop. That doesn't lessen their biography or doesn't lessen their stature in the community. Let me continue. With the latter video, he became the first artist to win Video of the Year for a music video he co-directed. As a headliner of the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show, Lamar won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Variety Special Live. So this guy has an Emmy, a Pulitzer Prize, several Grammys. He has I could go down the list of things. Like it's a lot of stuff that other rappers don't get. This is why I'm pretty much going on a limb right here. Like all that, Google says that Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z got more awards than him, but I'm just gonna go on a limb and say he got more meaningful awards. He has a lot more awards that rappers don't get. A lot of awards outside of his spectrum. This guy is decorated in fields that don't even acknowledge rap as a whole. Pulitzer Prize for music never went to a rapper before and probably won't go to another rapper for a very long time, right? The African American Film Critics Association, the AICE Awards, American Music Awards, the ARIA Award, ASCAP, BBC, BET. It's just mad awards, gang, and it's just like it's undeniable that this guy is doing something different at a higher level. He's vibrating at a higher level. Billboard Music Award, Brit Award, Black Reel Award, BMI R&B Award, the Cameridge Award, the Canes Lions International Festival, the Clio, the Critics' Choice, the and the DNAD Awards, Danish Music Awards, the Phonogram. I could just go on. The GAFA. It's just a plethora of accolades, and I don't think that they're just giving these awards like lollipops. I think these are awards that probably go to people that have a lot more to offer than just busting rhymes. I think this dude is reaching souls. He's stretching the genre. He's bending it. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to say he's the only one. He's definitely not the only one. But at this level, I would say most of his peers would say, give it to that man. That he's doing it on a higher level than we've ever done it. I'm just going to be honest. It has to take a young person. Tupac said somewhere there's going to be a young guy that's going to change the world. There's a kid that idolized me that's going to change the world. You know what I mean? And he had to be a young guy watching Tupac, watching Jay-Z, watching these guys as his idols to study them and become what he is. Not as a fan. I'm talking about as an artist himself. It's two different ways to look. If you come in this hip hop thing as a fan, you're going to remain a fan through the whole thing, and you're going to do stuff as a fan. A fan is not what's going to make these great records. You're not a fan. You got to be an artiste. Yeah, you might be a fan of them people that you look up to, but you're not a fan. You're not coming in I'm just a fan. You're an artist that's going to make great music, and you are a fan of those people. But at the core, you're a creative, and if you're a creative, you're going to do creative things. Now let me look at the other artists. I'm not going to just say Kendrick is this, that, and the third. That would mean I would be negating a lot of other artists. Let me talk about the other artists. If you go on Double XL, they got the 20 rappers who won the most awards. Jay-Z, Kanye, Eminem. Jay-Z got 23 Grammys, 6 Billboards. So Jay-Z got an award for songwriting. So Jay-Z is not no slouch either. I'm not here to say Jay ain't doing it, this, that, and the third. I'm a Jay head. That's my guy. Eminem, 15 Grammys, 17 Billboard Awards, 8 American Music Awards. He got MTV Video Music Awards. Kanye got 22 Grammys. It's not just about the Grammys and this and that. Kanye got 19 BET Awards, 5 Music Video Awards, but the level of what is being raised with this bar that Kendrick is elevating us to is something that is going to be studied. There's going to be people that try to emulate it and execute it, but I don't think it's going to be somebody for a while that's going to be able to merge these two things together like he is, or these different genres and these different mind-bending elements that he's putting together. This guy's a thinker. This guy was a smart kid. They historically they say he was a straight A student in Compton. Imagine that, of all places. It's hard to be a straight A student in the ghetto, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. It ain't that easy. There's so many obstacles, a lot of things in the way. And this thing right here that I'm reading from the Double XL, this was in 01. None of this stuff had even happened yet. It's 4 years ago. And he had 13 Grammys. So he was already on the list of most decorated artists back then. Then you got your boy Drake. He got 4 Grammy Awards, 27 Billboard Music Awards, 13 Hip Hop Awards. He got a lot of awards too. But at the end of the day, like I said, decorations from different genres, different fields, different walks of life, different international organizations reaching out to give this man awards. I don't think nobody on this list is more decorated than Kendrick Lamar, man. I'm not gonna keep harping on this. They got Nicki on here. She got 0 Grammys, 4 Billboard Music Awards, 12 BET Awards. That I don't even know what, like the 45 awards. I don't even know what those awards are, because the major awards, she don't have many of these major awards. I'm just gonna be honest. Grammy Awards 0, Billboard Music Awards 4, 12 BET Awards, 8 BET Hip Hop Awards, 8 American Music Awards, and 5 Video Music Awards. So I don't even know where all the 400 awards are even coming from. Not taking nothing from the chick, but you know what it is. 50 Cent, he got a Grammy. Believe it or not, 50 Cent got mad awards too. 13 Billboard Music Awards, 3 BET Awards, 1 Hip Hop Award. 50 Cent has 1 BET Hip Hop Award, 1? That's got to be studied. I don't know how that happened. He got 3 American Music Awards and 2 MTV Video Music Awards. Lil Wayne got 5 Grammys, 4 Billboard Music Awards, 11 BET Awards, 15 BET Hip Hop Awards. Wow. 15. Wayne was doing his thing. 1 American Music Award. These things are shocking to hear. I'm just going to be honest. And 2 MTV Video Music Awards. It's kind of weird. Donald Glover's on the list. 5 Grammys, 1 BET Award, 2 Hip Hop BET Awards, and 3 MTV Video Music Awards. That's the whole list. But I'm just going to say this. Much respect to everybody on the list, everybody that is mentioned in name, but I'm just going to go on a limb with my own synopsis that the most decorated rapper, the most decorated rebel in hip-hop history is almost undeniable when you look at the whole picture, when you look at the whole system of accolades and awards structure. This guy has won many more outside of the bubble, and ones that take excellence in writing, excellence in thinking. It has to be very well thought out, well planned out stuff that has meaning and substance and significance. On that note, I'm going to just go ahead and say this guy is the most decorated rapper in hip-hop history. And no disrespect to Tupac, but I don't see Tupac on that award. And I know Tupac died damn near 30 years ago, but some of you are going to start saying, what about Pac? What about Biggie? I'm just getting in front of that and just going to tell you, this guy is a seed from that tree, and he is elevated in excellence. And salute to that man. And I said, that's all I'm going to say, man. I'm out of here, man. Listen, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They got all kind of new products over there. They got a new THC punch over there. Check it out. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show. Me, TJ, and Flares. We talk about hip-hop. 9:15. Jump in the chat. We get 200 plus in the chat every week. Make sure you're in there. Also, on Monday nights, we got a new video show. It's called Underground Live on 8 different platforms. Any of my channels, you can find it. I got my videos on there, plus a whole bunch of other really good videos. All right, I'm gonna let y'all. I'm out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh,